Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lisa Elvin Staltari, and this is How Roots Will Travel. I am a genealogist and a passionate traveler. For the last several years, I have been doing a series called Les Filles du Roi. Early in 2023, I decided I wanted to explore Les Filles à Marier, the ladies who came before, or also known as the marriageable girls. There are about 260 of them. And today we're doing episode 56. So we've come a little bit. We've got a long way to go. But before we begin, let us review how you can support the channel. The first three keep you in the know. Subscribe, like, and notify. The next three are ways you can help the channel grow. We have Coffee, which is a standalone platform. You can donate as much as you want. And Patreon, which is a monthly subscription. We also have the PayPal button on my website, How Roots Will Travel. All of that helps me out so very much. And thank you to all of you who have contributed and donated so far. I appreciate all of your help. Les Filles à Marier, the marriageable girls, were women who came to New France between 1634 and 1662. There were approximately 262 of them, according to the author Peter J. Gagne. And they obviously did not come in big groups. They came singularly. And the average, if you want to look at it, this is 28 years. It comes out to less than 10 a year. So obviously the problem with Les Filles à Marier is it wasn't a program so much as women who were coming across with the intent on getting married. They had to, be someone who came across. They couldn't be the daughter of someone or come across with their parents or that sort of thing. There are different criteria for them. But certainly this is a very brave group of women who would come 1, 2, 3 at a time and came in the earliest parts of New France when really and truly it was in many respects a very, very strange and very raw kind of existence. So let's have a look at one of them who actually came. Marié, episode 56. Takes us to a lady named Vincente Desvarieux. She is a viewer request. I do not have her in any of my other files, so it was a pleasure to get to know Vincente. Vincente was born in 1622 in Saint Vincent d'Aubernel, which is now called Saint Vincent Cremesnel, and this is part of the Normandy region of France in the Département of Seine-et-Maritime. Parents were Jacques Desvarieux and Marie Chevalier. The church at Saint Vincent dates from the 12th century and has major renovations done in the 16th and 17th. And Saint Vincent, as you can imagine by the aerial view, is largely a rural community. One thing it is recognized for is that it's part of the Tour de Normandie cycle race, which is a qualifying one for the famous Tour de the France bicycle race. So that's kind of a neat, little trivia note. And obviously they would watch the bikers go through the little village. So I love that idea. Vincent comes to New France 1642. Let that sink in. Wow. 1642. Very, very early on. That she selected and who selected her was Pierre Gagne, born in 1612 in La Ventreuse in France. His parents were Pierre Gagne and René Roger. He is also from Normandy, but he's from the Département of Orne. And this particular little village has 125 people currently. The church that he would have been baptized in, as you can see from the middle, is probably dates from the 13th century. And the castle, La Madeleine, and it was built also in the 15th century. So just a beautiful little quiet village, I can only imagine. So the Gagnes arrive in New France from that sleepy little village sometime before 1640. They came with their mother and the three brothers, Maître, Pierre, and Jean. There really are three brothers that came to New France. In genealogy, we often hear about three brothers arrived. Here we really have proof. Their sister Madeleine would marry a man in 1642 and come later. But they were here certainly I would say probably 1636, 37, in that ballpark. So they really built from the ground up. There was almost no Quebec when they came, and they were builders. Vincent and Pierre were married September 14th, 1642. They would settle at Château Richer. In 1626, Samuel de Champlain established in Château Richer as the first farm in the St. Lawrence Valley to feed the people of Quebec City. Jean Bourdon's map of 1641 is the earliest source that mentions the name Château Richer, referring only to the cape or headland on which stands the present church. The origin of the name no one can really find out. But in 1646, Olivier Le Tardif, the Lord and Chief Prosecutor, granted 20 concessions to the inhabitants of Château Richer so that they could officially establish themselves properly. And obviously the Gagnos were there. Now, I just wanted to show you exactly where Château Richer is. And we have an older style map. You can see how close to the Ile d'Orléans it would be. You can kind of see it from far away. And there's the church, the famous church. Now we have in 1666, we have Pierre Gagne, who's 50. It says he's a marchand, which means businessman or a business owner. Vincent is 42. They have Jean Gagnon, Pierre Gagnon, Paul, Joseph, Marie, Raphaël, Noël. And then they have a lady named François Lecroix, or François Lecroix, not a lady, a man, who's 25, and he's a domestic helping them out. In 1667, we have the second census. We have Pierre, Vincent, and then we also have their children. Jean is still there, Pierre, and we have Pierre-Paul, Joseph. I'm momentarily distracted because they have Jean as 13, but I know that that's not true. He's 23. Joseph, Marie, Raphaël, Noël, they have domestics. Now they have François Delacroix, and they have Pierre Poupard, Sanson Auger. They have 17 beasts, 17 cattle, and 30 arpents en valeur. So that's about 25 to 26 acres of land. That's a lot of land for that time period. They would go on to have 10 children. We have Jean, who married Marguerite Racine, and had 11 children, 6 of whom made it to adulthood. We have Anne, who passed away before the 1666 census. We have Pierre, who married Barbe Fortin and had 10 children, 8 of whom made it to adulthood. We have Jeanne, who died in infancy. We have Pierre-Paul, who became a priest. We have Joseph, who died at 28, unmarried. We have René, who died in infancy. We have Marie-Madeleine, who became a nun and died at 22. Raphael died at 20. Noël would go on to marry Geneviève Fortin and have 10 children, 5 of whom would make it to adulthood. In the 1681 census, we have Pierre Gagnon, who's 70, Vincent, who's 60, Noël, 22, and that's all who's living in terms of their family. So then they have their domestic, Jean Savard, Pierre, Noël Chapelier, Marie Chapelier. I suspect that this is probably children they took in or that sort of thing. 2 guns. They have 22 bêtes, 22 goats, and 40 arpents. Again, a tremendous amount of, again, about 35 to 38 acres of land. Vincent would be the first to go, even though she was younger. She died at age 73 in 1695. She was buried at Château Richer. She and Pierre were married 53 years. They would have 218 descendants by 1729. Pierre would pass away 4 years later at the incredible age of 87. He also is buried at Château Richer. I will draw your attention to the Facebook group that I always recommend, our free French Canadian ancestors. There you can download the book on the Gagnon brothers. They actually are in the volume 1. So it's kind of a neat thing. So volume 1, chapter 11 deals with the Gagnos. So have a look at that. As befits a family of such pioneering spirit, they have a fabulous website, the Gagne and Belzile family. Have a look at that. I've posted the link for you if you want to join. And here's another source of absolute information, perche./quebec.com. They have an actual, this is a picture of the family site of where they might have lived, and more information about the Gagnols. Just amazing. And here are some of the resources I love to recommend. We have the Quebec Genealogical E-Society. We have Généalogie de Québec et d'Amérique française. And we have Maple Stars and Stripes. Go Sandra Goodwin, love her. WikiTree, which is amazing, and I want to get more involved in WikiTree this year. Généalogie Québec and the French Canadian Genealogist. It's an amazing site. I want to recommend that one. And these four in the corner are kind of societies you can join. We have the Quebec Family History Society. We have the French Canadian Heritage Society, American Canadian Genealogical Society, and the American French Genealogical Society. And I've posted the links to all of those so you can have a look and see if anything kind of catches your eye. And so we come to the end of episode 56 of Les Filles Mariées. Vincente Desvarieux is truly a remarkable woman. She was truly a pioneer in her own right because she and Pierre helped, I can only imagine, helped found Château Richer, which is a unique and incredible place. And also to produce that many descendants, we know that they are still making their name found. And I salute them, and I salute her for coming across so early, 1642, and coming across and being so brave. And she had a fairly long life and was able to have children and make certain that they, in turn, had children, so that my viewer and many of you are related to this fabulous lady. So we want to thank her. We want to absolutely bless her memory, and are so grateful she came to our shores. And I'm also grateful for my patrons, supporters, and subscribers, because you make it all possible, because you keep me going. In those moments where I go, I'm never going to finish this project, I look up and there's an email from someone saying, thank you. And that says, okay, I'm going to keep on. As you know, as many of you may know, I plan on doing all of Les Filles Mariées and all of the Filles du Roi. So it's a big project. It's going to take years, but we persevere, and we make certain that we honor all of these amazing people who truly made a difference in our lives. So until I see you on episode 57, I will tell you au revoir.